Every year, people make promises to themselves with absolute confidence. They say things like, "This year I'll go to the gym," or "I'll eat healthy," or "I'll finally save money." And every year, most of those promises quietly disappear within weeks. Not because people are lazy, not because they don't care, but because real life has a way of getting in the way of perfect intentions. Now imagine this. What if breaking a New Year resolution was no longer possible? What if every promise you made at midnight didn't just motivate you, but locked itself into reality? No quitting, no excuses, no pretending you'll start again next week. He didn't wish for discipline. He didn't wish for motivation. He didn't wish to become a better person overnight. He wished for something much simpler. He wished that New Year resolutions were impossible to break, and the ring listened. It's New Year's Eve. Fireworks crackle outside apartment windows, lighting up the sky in quick flashes of color. Champagne bottles pop in living rooms and rooftops, and group chats explode with messages saying, "New Year, new me." He sits quietly on his couch, phone glowing in his hand as he scrolls. His feed is filled with gym selfies, strict diet vows, productivity threads, and people promising, very confidently, that they're about to become completely different humans overnight. He doesn't laugh. He doesn't judge. He's just tired. He's watched this same cycle repeat every year of his life. Hope in January, discipline in February, guilt by March, and silence by spring. That's when something unusual happens. A small, magical golden ring rolls out of the shadows and stops near his foot. It doesn't sparkle. It doesn't hum. It simply waits. He barely looks down. Half joking, half frustrated, he mutters under his breath, "I wish New Year resolutions were impossible to break." The ring glows once and vanishes. Midnight arrives. Fireworks explode across the sky. And somewhere deep inside the human mind, something quietly locks into place. Stay until the end, because this wish doesn't destroy the world. Instead, it exposes how strangely humans behave when they're forced to keep their promises exactly as they said them. And by the end, ask yourself this: if every promise you made to yourself could never be broken, would you still dare to make one? At first, no one notices anything is wrong. January feels incredible. Gyms are packed, but for the first time, they don't empty out after 2 weeks. People wake up early without hitting the snooze button 10 times. Junk food sits untouched on grocery shelves, while salads mysteriously sell out everywhere. Cigarettes go unlit. Alcohol glasses stay full. A man who resolved to run every day jogs through rain and snow with a ridiculous grin on his face, proud of himself for not quitting. A woman who promised to save money opens her banking app, scrolls through an online store, and realizes she physically cannot tap the Buy Now button, even when she desperately wants to. Social media celebrates nonstop. This feels amazing. Why didn't we do this sooner? Is this what discipline was supposed to feel like? He watches all of it unfold from his couch and smiles. For the first time in years, the world is actually doing what it promised. But then, things start to get awkward. At an airport security line, a man suddenly drops his backpack, gets down on the floor, and starts doing push-ups. Security stares at him. He looks up and explains calmly, "My resolution says 50 push-ups a day. I'm already behind." At a wedding, the groom jogs down the aisle in a full suit, dress shoes slipping slightly on the floor. Someone whispers, "Is this part of the ceremony?" He whispers back, out of breath, "I promised to run daily." During a movie theater screening, a man stands up halfway through the film, pulls out a toothbrush, and starts brushing his teeth. His date panics and whispers, "What are you doing?" He whispers back, embarrassed but helpless, "Self-care." People laugh. At first. Then January ends. February arrives. And the resolutions don't loosen. A woman who vowed to read every night sits on her couch at 2:17 a.m., eyes burning, holding a productivity book she absolutely hates. Through clenched teeth, she whispers, "I hate this book." But she keeps reading anyway. A man who promised to never skip leg day climbs stairs sideways because his legs no longer work properly. Doctors tell him to rest. His body agrees, his resolution does not. Office life becomes strange. Someone stands up in the middle of a meeting and announces, "I need to stretch. I promised flexibility this year." Restaurants adapt quickly. Menus now include things like resolution-friendly meals, accidentally healthy desserts, and "this tastes bad, but you promised." Humans don't break, they improvise, poorly, and that's when something interesting happens. Instead of breaking people, the resolutions start changing them. By mid-February, people stop fighting their resolutions. They start negotiating with them. A man who promised to drink more water walks around with a tiny spray bottle, misting his mouth every few minutes and whispering, "This counts. This absolutely counts." A woman who vowed to walk 10,000 steps a day paces in tight circles around her coffee table at midnight, counting under her breath while her family watches silently from the couch. Another man promised to eat vegetables every meal. So he carries a single leaf of lettuce in his pocket and takes one dramatic bite before eating pizza. People begin gaming their own promises. Someone who vowed to wake up early sets their alarm for 5 a.m., opens one eye, whispers "good morning," and immediately goes back to sleep, smiling, victorious. A man who promised to practice mindfulness stops mid-argument, closes his eyes for exactly 3 seconds, takes one deep breath, then resumes yelling with renewed confidence. Even pets get involved. A dog owner who resolved to walk the dog every day marches outside during a thunderstorm, opens the door, lets the dog step one paw onto the porch, and announces proudly, "We did it." Online forums explode with tips. How literal can a resolution be? What technically counts as effort? If I promise to try, how hard do I actually have to try? People don't abandon discipline, they redefine it. Then the system catches on. By the next new year, everything changes. Law firms don't grow because of crime, they grow because of wording. Resolution wording consultants become a real job. People line up asking questions like, "Can I legally say, 'I'll try'? Does most days count? What if I say, 'when reasonable'?" Apps launch overnight. They generate loophole-friendly resolutions automatically. Couples negotiate contracts at kitchen tables. "I will listen more, unless I'm hungry. I will be patient, except during traffic." Children tug on their parents' sleeves on December 31st and ask, "Can I change my resolution wording before midnight?" Governments issue public advisories reminding citizens to choose their words carefully. The world learns something terrifying and hilarious at the same time. Words matter now. And then, something unexpected happens. Gyms calm down, not empty, just reasonable. Relationships stabilize because people stop promising perfection and start promising effort. Parents stop vowing to be flawless and instead promise to be present. Resolutions change. I'll try. I'll improve a little. I'll rest when I need to. I'll be kinder to myself. Failure quietly returns, and with it, forgiveness. The world doesn't become perfect, it becomes honest. He sits on his couch again on another New Year's Eve. Fireworks fill the sky. His phone buzzes with softer, smaller promises. This time he smiles. Not because the world is fixed, but because it finally learned something important. Humans never needed stronger willpower. They just needed better promises. He wished New Year resolutions were impossible to break, and they weren't. But neither were people. They adapted, they negotiated, they laughed, they learned. Every wish has a cost. Some costs are paid in pain, others in humility. Would you wish for it? Somewhere far away, the ring senses another wish forming. It rolls out of the shadows and stops at the feet of someone clutching a lottery ticket. A whisper, "I wish." I could win the jackpot. The ring glows once and disappears.